Have you ever wanted to build a Portal 2 map, but you don't want to learn Hammer, and you think that having somebody else make a map for you is just going to end up with you not getting credit? And you want credit, but you also have a great map idea. Well, what do? You may have heard of a mod called Bee2. Bee2 is developed by Ben and Vloggy and some other cool dudes down at the internet where Portal 2 mods are developed, and they have recently come out with a new version of their utility called Bee2.4. It is fantastic, and I am going to show you how to install it right now. It's Tango. So, the first step is just go to the GitHub for B mod itself, and then go to the Team Spen pre-release B2 items. So, Team Spen, the wonderful dude known as Team Spen, has been developing the actual custom items for the game. And what you'll need to do is download this zip file to just anywhere. Make sure it's saved if you decide to use Firefox like me. And then download the actual tool itself. Now, apparently, Team Spen hasn't updated version 26 packages yet. What are you doing, Spen? Come on, man. Get with the program, bro. Anyway, you want to download the latest version of the pre-release and the latest version of the content, unless otherwise stated. Now we have our copy of B2, so we want to extract this to a random place on the desktop, or not on the desktop, to a place on the hard drive. I think because I feel it's fitting. See, I already have a copy installed, but it's not on my drive where Steam is. So wherever your Steam installation might be, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it in here. So now we're gonna go ahead and extract our entire utility, including the custom extractor, into our new folder, and it'll just do that really quick. Alright, now we have the entirety of B2 saved on the Steam drive. Last step, we can open up the packages zip now, and just drop packages into the root directory of B2, and then it'll be done pretty fast if you're me. Then go to bin, right click on B2. I recommend this, creating a new shortcut and then just moving it to the top directory, or like to your desktop or something. Move that here, and I've also launched it, so it'll be ready when it will be ready when we're ready. So, now it's going to ask, select the folder where the game executable is located. So, it's going to bring up this, and then you're going to need to navigate to wherever your Steam installation of Portal 2 may be. If you're me, that's Steam, user data, or not user data, I'm sorry. Steam apps, common, Portal 2, and then open. Just click on Portal 2 and hit open. And then just click OK, because it's not a mod or anything, and then it'll start loading. Keep in mind, this could take quite a while to complete, so just bear with it. And as soon as it's ready, you'll be greeted by this menu. Alright, so here's a basic rundown of the utility. You have palettes. The palette is this bar on the side that's controlled in the PTI editor. So I like to start with Portal 2 collapsed. Now, what I recommend doing is visualizing the actual map you want to make, and then go into the B editor and attempt to assemble the correct, everything for it. Here you'll see the compile options, which will let you edit both map settings, like voice line priorities, which basically what that does is generic lines will only be chosen if there are a few test elements in the map. So, if you have Emancipation Grills, GLaDOS will say, I mentioned Emancipation Grills earlier, yada yada yada, from the actual game itself. I disable this because Sometimes it feels kind of cheesy and forced, and depending on if you want voice lines in the first place, what have you. If you want to save some build time, you can go ahead and just spawn an entry door, but I like the elevator. I like the elevator quite a bit. SP entry, so this is the single player entry, so when you're single player, this changes the actual corridor that you use to get into the game. Now this is SP exit, and what this does is, well, the first one, actually I think both. No, sorry, this is co-op. So in co-op, you can't vary between entry and exit. In single player, you can. So this is the entry for single player. This is the exit for single player, and this is just co-ops. Each of these corridors, I'm sure someday will have like icons beside them. I'm looking at you, Ben. Get on that. Player model for single player, so you can choose between Bendy, which is the PETI guy that you see in the trailers, who's like receiving a diamond, stuff like that. Chell, the main character of Portal and Portal 2. Atlas and Peabody, which are the co-op campaign characters. Over here, you'll see export options, save palette as, export to Portal 2. And then the properties, which let you choose between what kind of game you want to play. Now, honestly, I'm a ridiculous fan of the Portal 1 style. Just good job, Carl and Team Spen and Valve. Not Valve. Valve did it in the first place. Carl, Kenner, and Team Spen, you two are like magic workers because this thing's amazing. So I'm gonna use Portal 1 style, and then I'm just gonna hit use suggested, and it's gonna fill out the rest of the screen. Make sure that you don't have a glitchy skybox. Just saying, it can get to you sometimes. Elevator vid, you can't set one because it's the old Portal style. This is the style and item properties. So this lets you do things like set the multiverse cave, which we don't want on if you're me right now because I'm doing a Portal 1 style map. Prevent portal bump fizzler. So what that means is when you shoot a portal, it doesn't like it increases the amount of space the fizzler uses to block portals, essentially. Suppress mid-chamber dialogue, so this prevents things from like Wheatley from talking about how Machiavellian he is. Machiavellian is a completely different thing. How much he likes Machiavelli. So suppressing mid-chamber dialogue will do that. Allow adding goo mist. This is just something you can do to save resources, I suppose. It just looks cool. Light reversible excursion funnels. So this basically lets this is just for like lighting issues in the event something isn't going quite right with excursion funnels. Try enabling this. Enable shape framing, allows 10 shape ant lines. I'll show you those when we actually get into the editor. Block gel bomb nudging. Basically what this means is gel bombs are the huge blobs of gel, and you want those to just go straight down and impact the ground. What this actually does is just makes the particles, essentially, and coats the ground. There's no, like, actual goop physics going on there. And then selected style, which is style specific to what you chose up here. You'll see door cameras, use portal 1 portal gun, and restart when reaching exit, which I don't think we want that on. Other styles, and then goo debris, open enrichment sphere, flickering overgrown funnel. So this is for the overgrown style. This is for the 1980s Cave Johnson enrichment sphere style. And then this is just the overgrown style, which adds random crap to toxic goo, and we want neither of these on if you can help it, if you're using a style like this. Now, let's add some custom additions. So how about neurotoxin stuff? A monitor screen. I'm not sure what that would do in Portal 1, but we'll see then, won't we? Door. Let's do cube. No, we're not going to be dealing with gel in Portal 1 that causes glitches. Let's try and get pellet. Let's do some pellet stuff. Let's get pellety, and also trigger once, and auto portal. So, and I guess gun pedestal, I suppose. And just for good measure, let's add a cube colorizer. Which, I don't know if this works that well, but whatever. Okay, now, in order to do what you need to do, you need to click this wonderful button that says Export to Portal 2. Click it, and just sit back and watch as the application just dumps everything. This step right here, it'll only ever do it one time, and it takes quite a while, so just be patient. While this is loading, there's something I just wanted to casually mention. Third-party additions to Portal 2, such as Aperture Tag, the paint gun testing initiative, are compatible with B2. I will make a video on compatibility and getting B2.4 to work with Aperture Tag, the paint gun testing initiative, and that's the only one because, well, I can't name another mod that has that. Now, can you? Because I can't. You know, elaborating on that, thinking with Time Machine developers, can we get, like, a high-quality editor that uses the Thinking with Time Machine method? As soon as you're done, you're going to be greeted with a menu that says, Style successfully exported, and then you're going to hit OK, and then it's just going to launch Portal 2 without asking you first. To gain access to the files mentioned in this video, you can just go into the description and find where I have put the GitHub URL, as well as a link to the Discord for B2.4. There you will find me, and the creators of the utility there, and you can ask us questions about how to use it if you really need to. Thanks for watching. And thank you to Ben, Vloggy, and the team over at B2 for letting me make this video. Peace out.